Hello everyone, I'm here now to show you how I'm going to do a full face of makeup, but I'm going to show you mainly how I'm going to do my eyeshadow. So if you watched the last video where I did a quick, simple, natural looking makeup, I'm basically following a few of those steps where I'm going to be using our primer. I'm going to be using the Fresh Nude, and I'm also going to be using the concealer. So instead of me showing you all those steps again, I'm just going to quickly put that on now and then show you properly how I'm going to do my eyeshadow. So I haven't put any bronzer or powder or anything on yet because I'm going to do my eyeshadow first. Now the reason I haven't put them on is because they are going to be the final touches to my face. So I don't really want to, in case of any fallout with my eyeshadow, I don't really want to have powder on, and then if I need to do anything with some more foundation, that's how you end up having quite a cakey sort of texture onto your face. So powder, bronzer, they really need to be the kind of the last things that you do, other than like if you were putting mascara on, because that wouldn't really affect it. So the Body Shop have 2 palettes, but I do have 3 because they did a Christmas one in 2020, I think, and I thought, I just absolutely love this palette. I really wish they'd bring it back or do another Christmas one. I am all for eyeshadow. I love eyeshadow so much. I have so many palettes you wouldn't believe. Obviously not all Body Shop, but I just have loads. I love eyeshadow so much. So I really want to do a tutorial with this palette, but it's quite unfair because they haven't got it anymore, unless you can find it in an outlet store. But other than that, they have stopped doing this, which is a massive shame. However, the 2 palettes that they do are pretty cool. So we have the natural palette, which is pretty self-explanatory, all natural colours, but they do have some really nice shimmery palettes. Now I probably should have cleaned that. Sorry, probably should have cleaned that before showing you, but this is a really nice palette. You can have your natural looks, but you can put a bit of bling and a bit of shimmer into your look as well. So this is a really good palette. How many times have I said the word really? But they also have a Pop in Colour palette. Let's try and tidy this up a little bit. So if you weren't feeling too daring, they do have a few colours that you can use, but then if you are feeling, oh, I don't know, maybe I will dabble with the blue or the purple, you could then use these. I think I've used every colour to do any look, but yeah, really versatile palette. So today I'm just gonna go with the natural look. I'm not gonna go too mental with colour. I will do another video when I'm gonna do a full colour bright sort of look. So I am just gonna stick with the natural one. Now, the Body Shop obviously do brushes. They do 2 eyebrow brushes. They have a double-ended one and then they have this blending one. Now, for some strange reason, I don't have the double-ended one. And I'm not sure if I've ever had it. So I think I'm gonna have to pop that onto my order. So I, again, have lots of brushes, lots of different make brushes that I use, and I use loads when I do my makeup. So I'm gonna try and stick to using only a couple. But I am gonna be going ahead with this blending one because this is probably my favourite brush for eyeshadow actually. It's really big and chunky, but it really does help getting all the colour everywhere, which probably doesn't sound very good, but you will see. So again, I'm not going to go too mental, so I'm going to go with, what am I going to go with actually? I am going to go with, see, this is one of my problems, I dib and dab. So just for this tutorial, I'm going to go with this shade up here. I'm going to see how that goes. So this is when I probably need a smaller mirror, because I can't see that far ahead. So I'm going to go with this little one, this little mirror even. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to sweep over. And when I say like you can go big and messy, this is what I mean. So I'm just going to go nuts like that. Now with this palette, with all the palettes actually, you can obviously wet your brush and you get a stronger pigment, whereas I don't want a strong pigment for this look that I'm doing today. So I'm just going to go as natural as I can. So still dabbing with that colour. Now these eyeshadows do have a small fallout. Not the end of the world at all. It would help if I tap the fallout away actually. But they will naturally fall onto your cheek, which is why I don't put powder on, because I will clean that up later. I know it's a bit 50-50 with a lot of people. Some people will be like, well, don't put your foundation on before you're about to do your eyeshadow. I agree to a certain extent, but I just prefer to have my base on first. I don't know if you can see the dog. You're like deflated then. There's a big sigh, Reg. Right. So there we have my first colour on. Now what I was going to do with this look is I was going to do a crease cut. So to do a crease cut, you need to have ideally your concealer. Get your concealer brush. And follow your shape with the brush. So basically you're just covering your eyelid into the concealer. Now it is gonna look strange. What do they say? Trust the process. So don't worry, you won't have to watch me do the other eye. Just going to show you how I'm doing it with this eye. So there we have it. So that's all I want to do. Now it does look a bit untidy, I will admit that. Let me go ahead and do the other eye and then I'll show you what I'm about to do next. Right, so now I've matched both eyes up with the concealer. Now, what I would personally suggest, and it is what I'm going to do today, is if you do a crease cut on your eyelid where I've put the concealer, you should really have a lighter colour, and that is going to make your eyes pop out even more. So I always try and keep dark on the top, dark on the sides, but try and keep it as light as I can on the eyelids and in the inner corner. So what I would have done now is if I had the other eyeshadow brush, I would be using that, but sadly I don't have it. I'm ashamed of myself. So like I said, I will be putting that in the order. So what I'm going to go with now is I'm going to go with a lighter colour, and I'm going to go with this colour here, and I'm going to go over the concealer. Now the reason that I've put the concealer on is one, sorry. The reason I put the concealer on then is so this colour will stick on better, but also it helps me do that crease cut. So if you were to try and do that with a big brush, you're not really going to get that line. You're probably looking at that and going, well, you haven't really done a good line yourself. But like I said, I will be touching it up. So I'm going to go over now. and fill in where I've put the concealer. So the beauty of using such a light colour here is I don't really need to go over too much, but I do want to kind of obviously cover what I've done with the concealer. So there we go. Not looking too bad. And when you've put your eyeliner on, your mascara on, everything just looks so much better once you've done that. So I'm going to go with this blending brush again and pick up that colour that I did before for the top bit, and I'm going to kind of blend in on the side so it doesn't have that really harsh line, and it'll kind of pick up and obviously blend what I've done. So it's looking a lot softer now. There we go. Right, now you could obviously go and clean this brush. I really should go and get a couple more of these brushes. I'm going to go in with the same brush because I am done with what I want with this colour. I'm going to go with a slightly darker colour. So I'm going to go down here, pick up similar shades, so you can mix them. So I'm going to blend these two together. So I don't want it too dark, but I do want it to be different. There we go. Blend there and use the brush to go towards what you've done with the concealer. You really don't need it a lot for this bit. There we go. They look blended in now. So you can just go over that bit just to blend there. Now, I always look ahead at the mirror and I look at what my pupils are doing so I can get it level. So I'm going with the side of my iris so I can match it properly, which I think is pretty level. And then I'm just going to go with a smaller brush, and what I would do now is wet the brush with she's not prepared at all. Where is it? Right, okay, we'll scrap that. What I was going to do is wet the brush with a face mist, and I don't know where my face mists have gone, so no, that's fine. Scrap that. So I'm going to go down with this gold, and the reason why obviously I want to wet my brush is so I can get a bit more pigment, but we will see how we get on without wetting. So there we go, I've just brightened the corners of my eyes. And then I need a thinner brush again. So I shall pick, I did get most of my brushes out ready, but not doing very well with these ones. And I'm going to pick up that colour again and I'm gonna smudge underneath and bring that colour forward, but I'm not gonna meet it up right to my corner. And just go really, really lightly and follow my lash line. I was waiting for that to happen at some point. So do bear with me. There we go, I've picked up that colour. Yeah. So really, that's all I'm doing with my eyeshadow. It's really quick. I've only used a few colours. So now I'm gonna go and tidy up around with some foundation and some concealer, and we will do the eyeliner and mascara. Okay, so I'm gonna just dab a small amount of foundation there and just blend, and be really careful, she says, to not disturb my eyeshadow. It just clears up that fallout. So there we have it. Just use that to go in the corner. There we go. That's it. I'm all cleaned up. So now I'm going to go with the mascara, and I'm going to do the bottom and top. And sometimes when I do eyeshadow like this, I don't really want to put eyeliner on, because sometimes it can darken your eyes a bit more. All depends how you obviously do your eyeliner, but I always do mine relatively thick, and I always have to put a full lick on the end. So there we go. But as you can see, my eyes already look so much brighter, and I've not really done a great deal. I used to be really, really bad at putting bottom mascara on. I used to get it absolutely everywhere. I probably should say that once I'm finished, because I'm probably going to show myself up now and get it everywhere. But yeah, always do that bottom eyeshadow before you put mascara on, because yeah, it's really hard to do that in between the eyelashes. So yeah, I could just leave my makeup like this now, but I did say I was going to do eyeliner, so I will. Now, there are obviously different ways that you can do eyeliner. There are lots and lots of tricks to do flicks. I just do it one-handed with a mirror, which some people say is quite a talent. It doesn't always go well, so let's hope it goes well today. So what I do with my eyeliner is I don't use just the tip, and I try and brush off as much as I can, and I just use the side to kind of press so I don't make it too thick. Again, it doesn't always go well, and I could end up blinking and it can end up going bloody everywhere. So try not to go too much into the corner, because I really want that gold to stick out a bit more. So try and get this bit sorted before I do my flick, so I can look at my, I can try and get it as symmetrical as I possibly can. don't know if you can see what I'm doing too clearly, but that's what I mean when I try and press then draw. I really hope you can see what I'm trying to say actually, but she's bloody done it. She's smudged. It's alright, we'll just work with it. It's just going to be a smidge thicker than what I wanted. So there we go, done that bit. Now we're going to go for the flick. Now I try and get it as close to the end of my eyeshadow as I can. And simply draw up, then across, and then fill in the gaps and match it all together. If this obviously isn't clear, and you're still not really sure how I've done it, I will try and do a video of just eyeliner. I always do one better than the other. I think everyone's does that. You always do one eye, one brow, even one cheek contour better than the other. So there we have it. So now I've done all that, I'm happy, I can live with that. So now I'm gonna go in with my powder, obviously with the matte clay. Tidy up and shift that glow that I don't want. Go in with my bronzer. I'm not going to do a brow today. Because my fringe needs a cut and you can't bloody see them. So I'm not going to bother with the aggravation today. There we have it. Pretty simple, pretty quick, I think. I think I did that pretty quick. Yeah, that is it. That's all I wanted to show you with eyeshadow for now. So that is only using 3, maybe 4 colours from this palette and only using a couple of brushes. So I think I did really well, actually. I'm quite proud of myself. So yeah, there we go. I hope that helps. I will watch this back and obviously I'll see if I can try and make things clearer and do another video. But that is my Crease Cut natural looking makeup. So thanks everyone and I'll see you soon. Bye.